Darren, first of two really big home games coming up for you as well. Is it maybe fair to say that this one is probably one of the biggest games you've had since you took over?
Yeah, I'd say that because it's the next game, and obviously we know now as the season's coming to an end, I suppose you can say, Phil, that we kind of, I think everybody knows what's needed really. So with us, this is the first of two home games. We see it as a really important game for us, and a game that we're looking forward to tomorrow.
It's one of those games where you look at it and think, well, Exeter, I hate the phrase on the beach, but a lot of people keep saying that about teams who are in that position. When you're going into it from the opposition side of it, you can't afford to think like that. Surely that this team is just kind of going through the motions. They'll want to win, surely.
Yeah, and there's never from a professionalist angle will you ever think that anybody's that, because we're all professionals and it's ingrained in terms of competing, wanting to do well, and playing real to the intensity that's required of you. So that's always in terms of both teams and professional players going up against each other, clubs competing against each other. That never goes out the window. That's almost like saying when we're in pre-season, oh, it's only a pre-season friendly. But once the competition, the ball starts rolling, the competition kicks in and the competitive streak kicks in, and I expect no different tomorrow.
Home games are going to be really vital, aren't they? 3 out of the next 4 at home. Your home form has got to be strong to give you any chance of getting out of the relegation zone.
Yeah, but we certainly feel here, Phil, that in terms of where our performances have been at and the intensity and the intent from the players and the understanding from the players, we feel they're in a better position and a better place. To have the 3 out of the last 4 games at home, I'm absolutely delighted, as is the players are delighted, because we get to play in front of our passionate supporters that have been passionate and supporting us right throughout the season, and more is going to be needed. And I'm sure for the next 3 home games from now to the end of the season, they'll come out and support the team. And what we've got to just do is make sure that we're focused in terms of the work that we need to do, the focus on our performances that we need to get to, the levels that we need to get to with our performances in order for us to perform, to give us a chance of winning games.
I've noticed a few of the players have tried to get the crowd up. Jesse and one or two others have been trying to get them amped up during games. Is that something that you've influenced, or is it just how they are and what they want to do?
Yeah, no, I think it's important because we're all in it together, Phil, and it's not just the supporters giving their support back, but it's the appreciation of the players, feeling the supporters giving their support towards the team. So for here, it's about us, all of us being together. So if you see the players going towards the stands and sort of getting the fans going, it's because we're all together here, and we want to succeed and do well here at Vale Park, and that's why there's that continuation, and in order for this club to move forward, there's going to have to be a joint effort by everybody, and it doesn't exempt you from if you're a player, and it doesn't exempt you if you're a supporter. It's what we call to do, and as I said, and the supporters will be there tomorrow, and we've got to make sure that we perform to what we know we can perform. We've seen some real good, strong, positive performances from us, and we've seen some performances where we've wanted to learn from it in terms of not wanting to go to that levels really. So it's more the first option in terms of being on the front foot and getting out there and performing.
Leads me on to my next question. You've had some clean sheets, I think, is it 4 in 7?
Yeah.
But at the other end, goal scoring is still something that you're trying to crack, isn't it? So the centre forwards in particular, I think, have only got 9 between them. Is that a bit of a concern for you, to try to find that right mix and the combination and the goal return from the forward players? How big a concern is that?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, you want your so-called number 9s or your strikers scoring goals. I've always maintained that as long as we're creating the chances and that we believe that we'll score goals, what we have done is seen a massive surge from goals from our midfield department, and the set plays have chipped in as well, really. So while we look at the forward line, we want our forwards to score goals, we do realise that as a team as well, that the goals can come from all areas of the pitch. And grateful enough for us at Port Vale to see the goals come in other departments, which have sort of helped out where in the front end of the pitch. So we still continue to do that. We still continue believing that, if we can get the balls in certain areas in the pitch and certain areas of opposition goals, we'll score goals. And we have to maintain and keep that belief going, and look to try and push those numbers certainly along the front line in the right direction.
Is confidence an issue? People often talk about confidence with strikers and such. Is that an issue?
You hear it, like strikers can go through spells where confidence is high and anything they touch it ends up in the back of the net. Strikers can go through spells where they're getting the chances but not just getting the rub of the green, whether it be a save by the goalkeeper, hitting the woodwork or whatever it may be. So that can lead to confidence, but certainly we feel here in terms of the strikers that has performed, and that we feel that they've had the chances. They've probably not just got the right contact on the ball. So sometimes that can be a confidence thing, or sometimes it can be like to embrace it for the next opportunity to come. And then when the next opportunity comes, you take them, and it can do you the world of good. So we believe we'll carry on doing the same, and we believe that whoever we've got at the front end of the pitch, if we can get the chances into the certain parts of the goal, we believe we've got people that will get on the end of it.
Longer term, is it something that you'd maybe look at in the summer or beyond to try and freshen that up and maybe look for a clinical centre forward, for want of a better phrase?
Yeah, I think for I've been really refrained from like sort of talking from where we are for next season, because the reason being is it's not the fact that I don't want to address the supporters and that and everybody else, because we're all together and it's important that everybody knows and understands what's happening at our football club. But what I'm calling for everybody to do is for the here and now. All of us here at Vale have got 4 really important matches coming up, looking no further than the one tomorrow. And I think we should just focus all our attentions into the game tomorrow. And then all those talks, once it gets to the end of the season, everybody's maxed out, we can discuss those going forward. But right now I'm calling again, it's a rallying call to all the Vale fans and all the support staff here, the players, and that we need everybody on the same page tomorrow, pushing forward for what we need is a positive result.
Just a bit of housekeeping. Funzo went off at half-time, obviously. Jesse Deborah not been involved the last few weeks, and Tom Sang was ill, I know, on Wednesday. How are they all doing, and are they any nearer?
Yeah, I'm pleased to say to us all that all those trio of players have all trained. Fonz has recovered from his in his experience. He managed himself the other night, which was great. So he's trained today. Jesse's trained. Sang is trained as well, really. So really pleased that all of them are back for selection tomorrow.
And Casper Lapata, is he available to you?
Yeah, and Casper Lapata, he's available as well, really. So it's good to have them all back and have those options for tomorrow.
Last thing I wanted to ask you about was, I think you're just over a month into it now, maybe a bit more now. It's gone quickly, but what's it been like for you? Because you arrived and you had a postponed game straight away, and then it's more or less been Saturday, Tuesday every week. For your own personal experience, what's all this been like for you over the last month and a bit?
Yeah, no, it's been a real hectic time, because obviously when you look over the course of the last month, 6 weeks, in terms of the magnitude of the games that we've had, it's not really presented me a lot of time to working with the players. I suppose probably the most frustrating aspect of that really is getting on the grass and working with the boys and having sufficient grass time to work with them. And I think that's probably been the most frustrating part for me. The excitement of coming to the football club, the excitement of having games straight away and competing, getting to know all the staff here at Vale Park has been a real wonderful moment each and every single day. And the togetherness that we show here as a staff, and credit to them all really for the warm welcome they've given me. But even on the flip side, the biggest thing was on the green grass to work with the players. I just probably wish I could have more time. So we've had to take more time in sporadic moments on the pitch, in the classroom, and sort of pinching at things as we've gone along. But such is the way that the league fixtures have fallen, with the postponed 2 games, with I think it was Peterborough and Wickham getting to the Wembley final in the Bristol Cup, has meant that the games have come towards the end of the season. So in those midweek games where we should be having a 1-game week and having time to work, they've been filled with games. So, but it's part and parcel of it. I've accepted it. It is what it is. And but I'm really pleased, Phil, to be here at Vale Park, and the work will continue now and right away into the summer. in terms of getting this place going.
Has your experience helped you deal with that hectic schedule? You know, you've been West Brom, Sheffield Wednesday, you've experienced highs and lows. Has all that helped you deal with how hectic and difficult this has been?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you understand that to prepare for games, you play a game on a Saturday. We've got 48 hours really to prepare for the next one, and it's not a lot of time than having a one-game week. With a one-game week, you get more structure, more detail, more understanding in preparation for a game. So, but in terms of where my managerial career has been before, it's certainly helped me to step into here and having to hit the ground running. And what we've done is, over the course of the time, it's given us all hope really in these final few games. Really, we know what's required, we know what's needed, and it's about really continuing that work. And it's not about stopping now. It's even more so keeping the focus and staying concentrated on the games, and none more so than this one tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a good time. It's been an exciting time and a different time, but an enjoyable one as well.